Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of CNC Productions. Man, Batman the Enemy Within was one of the wildest rides I've ever taken here on the channel. I had such a blast covering it, and I hope you all had a blast too. But what now? The game was fantastic, and I really hope Telltale doesn't just leave it now. There's so much to draw from the Batman mythos that surely they can think of another stellar storyline like they did with this season. I'd like to tell you what I would like to see in Season 3 of Telltale's Batman, which I hope they make, because this game was just too good to leave alone. Now, expect some spoilers from Seasons 1 and 2. I'll try to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, but there are some things I'll be talking about that will entail talking about spoilery parts of the game, especially at the end of the video. So, if you haven't watched or played Batman Enemy Within, go ahead and watch my playthrough here on my channel. But, if you don't mind spoilers or have played or watched the game, let's get started. First, new allies. For new allies, everybody wants to see Robin. I don't. Sorry, Robin fanboys, but Robin is probably the comic book character I dislike the most. I mean, come on, are there really any Robin fanboys out there?
I can handle Scarecrow.
You just... Oh god, he's serious?
I feel like Batman should subscribe to Mr. Incredible's mindset.
Fly home, buddy. I work alone.
Batman is just too cool to have some boy wonder nipping at his heels being captured by every last supervillain. He's just a dumb character that doesn't even really fit in with Batman's style. Even in the Arkham games and Injustice 2, Robin was still a weenie. So, as you can tell, I do not want to see Robin in Season 3. Maybe it was just the awful Joel Schumacher movies, I don't know. Maybe it was the Adam West TV shows. Sorry fanboys of that. Holy nostalgia hater Batman. I look like a real old school hater right now. A cooler choice would be Barbara Gordon becoming Batgirl or even Oracle. Maybe in Batman Enemy Within, if you chose the vigilante path for the Joker, she'd become Batgirl, and if you chose the villain path, Joker would shoot her Killing Joke style and she'd become Oracle. That would be amazing. Not the shooting part, just the different paths. You know. Another cool ally choice could be Red Hood, maybe? Nightwing would also be cool, but unfortunately his existence requires the existence of Robin. But Telltale clearly isn't afraid to shake up the canon. Give us a Robin-less Nightwing Telltale. However, no ally can be as good as Joker, despite how weird that sounds, and I got the vigilante path. I want to have more Joker team-ups. Make John Doe replace Batman's Robin. Joker, villain or vigilante, was the star of Batman Enemy Within more than Batman himself, arguably. His character and performance was perfectly realized by Telltale, and I hope he plays another starring role in Season 3. My only concern would be that if you chose the villain route, he'd become the big baddie in the game. It's going to be tough, because the vigilante and villain paths were so drastically different, to sort of blend them together in Season 3. I mean, this isn't a single episode, this is an entire season, and having either one of those two paths in the backstory for Season 3 will change things up quite a bit, or at least they should. I would prefer Joker to be my ally like he sort of was in Same Stitch. Of course, having Catwoman as my ally would be just as great, and I'm sure Telltale will work her into the game. Who do you want to see fighting alongside the Bat? Now for the villains. So far, Batman has put a whooping on Two-Face, Penguin, Lady Arkham, Bane, Harley Quinn, Mr. Freeze, Amanda Waller, sort of, Joker, depending on what path you got, Catwoman, depending on if she's your enemy or not, and the Riddler. Even with all those iconic villains, Batman is still far from running out of spots on his legendary rogues gallery. We still got such great villains like Deathstroke, Killer Croc, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, Ra's al Ghul, Deadshot, Black Mask, or Hugo Strange. Telltale could even explore Batman's lesser-known villains like Hush, Anarchy, Firefly, or others explored by games like Arkham Origins or Arkham Knight. So even with the best villains already taken, Batman still has plenty of villains to fight. Who do I really want to see? I think Deathstroke would be an amazing choice. He's just so awesome, and one of my favorite Batman villains. With his appearance in the end credits scene of Justice League, and a Deathstroke movie rumored to be in the works, his appearance in Season 3 could be very timely. Telltale could maybe even make him the main bad guy. I also think Black Mask could be an interesting choice. He appeared in Arkham Origins as one of the big baddies, even though he was actually Joker in disguise. It would be interesting to see him kind of being a Penguin-style villain, pulling strings and putting hits on Batman. Yeah, that would kind of be stealing the plot from Arkham Origins, but Telltale could always do something unconventional with him. But of all the villains, maybe aside from Deathstroke, I want to see Scarecrow. A good version of Scarecrow. Scarecrow from Batman Begins was kind of lame, and so was Scarecrow from Arkham Asylum. However, the Arkham Knight Scarecrow was one of the best video game villains ever, thanks to a terrifying design and a phenomenal performance by John Noble.
It is time for the people of Gotham to see their savior for who he truly is. A man, just a man, devoid of hope, betrayed by his friends, crippled by fear.
Man, if Telltale could get John Noble to reprise his role as Scarecrow for Batman Season 3, that would be a dream come true. I mean, J.B. Blanc played Bane in Batman the Enemy Within, and Bane in Arkham Origins too. Killer Croc would also be a powerful addition. Killer Croc always plays a more animalistic villain, and that's understandable, but I feel like it would be far more interesting for Killer Croc to be a more calculating and intelligent villain, while still retaining his hulking animalistic design and terrifying combat style. Maybe go with the Arkham Knight design, which makes him more like the Hulk than a crocodile. Poison Ivy could also be an interesting addition, though I feel like she'd make a better supporting villain than a main villain. Heck, she even helps Batman in Arkham Knight, even though her motives weren't exactly to help Batman. I feel like she could maybe take the place that Mr. Freeze held in Batman the Enemy Within. Ra's al Ghul could also be a fantastic addition. Maybe instead of how he was portrayed in Batman Begins, I would make him more like the Ra's al Ghul from Arkham City, a mysterious and powerful man whose powers border on supernatural. He's not exactly the most conventional kind of Batman villain, but with Telltale, keeping it unconventional is what's made their Batman games such standouts. Who do you want to see trying to stop the Dark Knight? Batman the Enemy Within had a lot of questions still left unanswered. Now, this is where the spoilers start, so beware. I'll give you 5 seconds. Still here? Alright, you were warned. What about that final choice? It'll be interesting to see how Telltale can work in such a radical and almost ridiculous choice into the next season. How could you be Batman if you choose to give up Batman? How can Batman operate without Alfred? The only things I can see happening are these. If you give up Alfred to be Batman, Alfred may have a change of heart and come back, or he just may never show up in the story, which I hope doesn't happen. If you choose to give up being Batman, maybe something really, really terrible comes up, Scarecrow gassing Gotham, and Alfred and Bruce both agree Batman must continue. Or maybe Alfred dies. Again, I hope the latter isn't true. Another plot point I almost thought they'd pull in Batman the Enemy Within was the fact that so many people know Batman's identity in the game that it's almost absurd. Joker.
What do you need your bat suit to really get you in the mood?
What?
Agent Avesta.
So, the whole Bruce Batman thing.
Amanda Waller.
Bruce Wayne.
Alfred Pennyworth. Tiffany Fox.
I'm Batman.
You're Batman.
Lucius
Really made a
Fox.
difference, didn't we? Batman?
Almost Jim Gordon.
Lucius Fox was an ally of mine.
It would be radically unconventional and almost unheard of, but what if, in Season 3, Bruce pulls a Tony Stark and announces that he is the Batman?
I'm Batman.
I wouldn't put it past Telltale, and it would be something never seen before. Batman's secret identity is a cornerstone of Batman, but what if it was removed? That would be very interesting to see. Also, what about Tiffany Fox? In my playthrough of Batman the Enemy Within, I ended up telling Tiffany I was the Batman, and now she's a vigilante. Though I couldn't remember her name, I found it. Drum roll. Batgirl. That's right, she's Batgirl. Or at least an incarnation of Batgirl. I can't believe I didn't realize it. This may put a damper on my hopes to see a classic Barbara Gordon Batgirl, but Telltale can still mix things up. Even so, I hope we can work with Tiffany in the coming season as Batgirl. I would far rather have her as my ally than freaking Robin. A few more questions. Will any villains return from seasons 1 or 2? What if Two-Face or Penguin escape Blackgate? Is Lady Arkham still alive? Will Joker stay in Arkham? Are Bane and Harley really put away? Did Mr. Freeze overcome the virus? Will the Batwing make an appearance in season 3? Can we expect Catwoman to be working with us from the Batcave? Will she even become Alfred's replacement? Will Alfred die? Who will create the Bat-Tech now that Lucius is gone? Will we meet any new characters from across the DC universe, or will it all stay in Gotham? There's still so much Telltale could do with the Batman universe, and Batman the Enemy Within is one of their finest games. Of course, all this is hypothetical. A Season 3 hasn't even been announced yet, but it seems most fans are taking one for granted, myself included. I guess we'll have to wait beyond Walking Dead Season 4 and Wolf Among Us Season 2 to confirm whether or not one is coming. I hope it comes after them. Thanks for watching my wishlist video for Batman Season 3. If you guys want to see more Batman action, check out my playthrough of Batman Enemy Within on my channel, or my review video for Batman Enemy Within. If you guys enjoyed the video, then leave a like, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.